Let's talk about compound interest. Compound interest, what is special? That you are going to find the word compound. Is compound annually, is compound quarterly, is compound semi-annually. And what does it has to do with my formula? If you see, in my formula, there is an n, denominator and exponent. This n depends what is the value. If it is annually, it means once a year, my exponent is compounded. If it is semi-annually, twice a year, my n is 2. Quarterly, how many quarters are in a year? 4. N is 4. Monthly, 12 times per year. N is 12. Daily, 365 days in a year. It means my N is 365. So this A is the amount after you get your interest. So it's the principal plus the interest that you are getting. Let's go to the other slide to clarify a little more with an example. It says, Kimberly's family invested in a certificate of deposit for her when she was born. Lucky her. The interest is compounded quarterly. So if it is quarterly, in my formula, let's write it. Okay, I need to change. This is, let's change it to a pen. The principal that multiplies 1 plus the rate divided by n exponent nt. This gives me the amount. Okay. It says, the interest is compounded quarterly. It means my n is 4. What is the value of the CD at the end of 5 years? Okay, so let's go and plug it in. What is the value of the CD at the end? So they want A. So this A is the initial amount. They deposited 3,000. That multiplies 1 plus the rate, 8%. I don't put plus 8. If I write 8, this will be wrong. Has to be, change to pen, 0.08. Now, divided by how many times a year are you compounding? 4, because it's quarterly. And my exponent is 4 times the number of years. Now, how many years I want this? 5 years. So I'm going to substitute t. Let me erase. We are going to substitute t for a 5 times 5. So this is A equal 3,000. 1 plus 0.02 exponent 20. And then we just use the calculator. Okay? We are going to find an amount. Let's go and use the calculator. Let's round it to the nearest 100. $4,457.84. That's the amount after 5 years. Now, part B. Will her CD, okay, will have more money if the interest is compounded annually. So it means n is 1. So I go and just plug it in. The interest now is 1 plus 0.08 divided by 1. So it means doesn't change. Over the number of years times 1, because it's compounded once a year, so exponent 5. And this gives me an amount of $4,407 with 98 cents. So did it make more money? No, it made less money. Yeah, so compound interest. Let's go and let's look to how they can twist the problem trying to make it harder. Let's go. Okay. So we saw that this formula, the rate is annual. Annual. What if they don't give me an annual rate? What if my rate is quarterly? Okay, what happened? How would my formula look? Always, why did I multiply really by 4? Okay, let's start thinking about it. So if I say compound quarterly, I am multiplying by 4 my time that is in years. Why? Because in 1 year, there are 4 quarters. In 1 year, there are 4 quarters. But if I have that my rate is quarterly and my time is also quarterly, I don't have to change. I don't have to, oops, where did it go? Let's go, I found it. Okay, I don't have to multiply or divide. So the amount is going to be the principal, 1 plus R, and my time. Why? Because they are in sync, quarterly, the times in the same units. If I have semi-annually, okay, let's talk about semi-annually. How many quarters in 6 months? This is 6 months. How would my formula look? Okay, the amount, the principal. Remember, my R is quarterly, but the time is not the same. My time is not in quarters, it's semi-annually. So how many quarters, if I'm talking about how many 6 months, there are 2 quarters in 6 months. So now my exponent will look like that. There has to be always the same units, always the same units. Let's go and look at the next example that hopefully helps us to understand it better. Okay, let's see. Josh invests, let me change this to a highlighter. Okay. Josh invests in a bank account that earns interest compounded quarterly. Quarterly. The expression 700 times 1.035 exponent 40 can be used to find the account balance in T years. Okay. Look here. First of all, what is the initial investment? That's easy. Nothing. I don't worry, quarterly, yearly, it's the number multiplying. So my answer would be 700. What is the quarterly interest? Okay. So they're telling me that they compound quarterly, not annually. So I don't have to divide by 4. No, 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 no. Don't divide by 4. We don't divide. This rate is already, I have already the rate quarterly. So remember, this is 1 plus the rate, exponent 40. So what am I adding to 1? I am adding 0.035. What percent is 0.035? 3.5%. So this is the rate quarterly. Why is it multiplying by 4? Because the time is in years. How many quarters in 1 year? 4. So what is the quarterly interest? 3.5%. Okay, so I really hope that you feel better about this topic. And if you need some clarification, just put it in the comments below. Have a wonderful day.